Good morning. Should have brought the 308 out here. It's actually the clearest I've seen it back here in a very long time. That snow and ice kind of helped get all that brush weighed down, so I haven't seen it like this in years. But I've got two guns I need to showcase that I'm going to see some differences on. So let me get to it. Nothing you guys haven't seen before if you've paid attention to my channel. Just some garbage throw together 9mm Colt mag block. And there is my direct thread adapter that I have not shot through yet on my Omega 36. This thing feels way more secure on here than it did with the ASR mount. Shortens it up just a little bit, makes the perfect compact little PCC or PDW, whatever you want to call it. But that's got a 4-inch barrel, so look at that, throw that sucker on the ground. We're gonna test that out. And also, I actually reconfigured some stuff. This is my BCA 7.5-inch barrel that I coincidentally swapped out and put into my BC-9 upper that usually comes with a 5-inch barrel. Got a thread adapter on there to 5/8 by 24, and I wanted to test fire it a couple of times without the suppressor because it looks really cool. This is the BC-9 that they should have released, but you know, to each their own. I really like this thing. It is a little chunky though with that full aluminum quad rail on the front. It's got some mass to it, but no biggie. And what I really wanted to test out was the difference in suppression level between the 4-inch barrel and the 7.5-inch barrel, see how much quieter it's gonna be. Although it's not an apples to apples comparison as far as the system that we're running it on. This BCA bolt is only about 13 ounces, and the total bolt mass in that AR9 is about 25-ish, 26 ounces, something like that. So that might play into some of that noise mitigation. But without further ado, for now, we're using, let me see if I can get a look here. Throw that can in my pocket. 115 grain full metal jacket. Let's get a good idea of how loud this thing is. Now, I'm gonna throw the can on the end. All right, got the can on the end. Rack another round in, still using the 115 grain FMJ. You can still hear that supersonic crack in the background. And now I'm gonna swap out the 115s and use some 147. I've got a 147 in there now. See if you hear the difference. I'm still getting a supersonic crack from the 147s, and I'm 100% sure those are 147s, so that's very interesting. Those 147s are a little hot. All right, on to the next gun. We are with the customized BC-9 side folder. There's a brace, side charging. We're gonna give this thing a shot and see what it sounds like without the suppressor. 3 shots, then 3 shots with the suppressor, and then we're gonna run subsonic with the suppressor. Not that I think it's gonna make much of a difference because clearly subsonic was really loud. Still broke that supersonic crack for some reason, which is very interesting. Maybe it's just that batch of ammo, I don't know. All right. Suppressor on, 115 grain. All right, swap over to some subsonic. Again, 147 grain, subsonic. This stuff should be a lot quieter, although I will say in the BC-9 action, Bear Creek Arsenal does state not to use anything other than 115 or 124 grain Sierra. So there's that. But without further ado, definitely quiet, significantly quieter. I could shoot this without ears all day. All right, so yes, the 7.5-inch barrel is significantly quieter. You know what? I'm gonna swap some of these rounds out of this mag, put them over in the Colt mag, and try them out of the other upper again. Because I'm wondering if just that was a batch of hotter loaded ammo or what. We about to find out. I popped in a round of 147 out of one of my other mags just to see. It is a different brand of 147. Some's loaded hotter than others. I think this one's 147 Federal. So let's see how it does. All right, as you can hear, no supersonic crack in the background. That one was significantly quieter, but the 7.5-inch barrel gives a little bit of extra room. And I'll try to play a playback comparison between a round of suppressed 147 out of this 4-inch and a round of suppressed out of the 7.5-inch. All right, the 147 grain that I'm using, by the way, that is subsonic and doing its job, is actually AAC. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Focus. Okay, it's not gonna focus, but it's AAC 147 grain. They had a deal a while back, 500 rounds for like, I don't know, 150 bucks. So I got a bunch of it. And I'm gonna buy more because it sounds great. All right, my only issue with the Colt mags is they don't, you really gotta seat them in there, but still got one in the chamber there. All right, let's try to bumpy. By far my favorite 9 to bump in the house. This thing just absolutely shreds and I love it. I did outrun that trigger a little bit though. Safety won't engage. So anyways, bing bop bop bing bing bop bam. Earth had it coming.